The structure and behaviors of different systems. Understanding the world around us starts with understanding systems. Many of the things we interact with daily, organizations, businesses, processes, technologies, and even social structures, can be viewed as systems designed to perform specific functions. How we do understand systems. In our daily life, many people pass in front of things in places, streets, buildings, and they only become to know the commercial names of them. This seems to them a simple thing as they performing a task, without referring to the details of these things, seeing what it contains, overlapping and intertwined of components. And getting to know the job of each of these components, those that interact in harmony with each other, to give us at the end, what we express as the return or feedback, which reflects the function or the mission of these things. In fact, a lot of what we see of some of these things that surround us, can be classified as a system which performs a specific function, or in other words, we can reformulate the phrase, by saying that the structures of these things, systems, determine their behavior. For example, the car is a mechanical system, whose behaviors revolve around, moving from one place to another. Photovoltaic cells are an energy systems, whose behavior is reflected in lighting and the operation of electric motors, and medical devices are therapeutic systems, meaning that their behaviors are limited to the diagnosis, analysis and providing interventional or surgical treatment. The most important question here refers to, how can a person differentiate between what he sees around him, and be certain between what can be classified as system or non-system? Since merely seeing a group of components arranged with each other in a certain way, means they came in the form of system. For example, a group of tools arranged with specific order, cannot be considered as a system, due to its lack of basic rules that indicate to us, that what we see is actually a system. In fact, systems enjoy three basic things that must all be available, so that we can call what we see as a system, and these basics are what give us the feedback from the system. The behavior of this system. These basics are: interaction between the components of the system, interdependence between the components of the system, interrelationship between the components of the system. In order to clarify the matter, we will take the pocket watch as an example of a time system. By looking at the components of the pocket watch from the back, we will find that it contains gears of different sizes with overlapping teeth, multiple interlocking springs, a battery, energy system, chemical reaction, screws, pins, and pointers, etc. All of these components are linked with each other through intertwined, interconnected, uninterrupted relationships, and all are interactive with each other. The last gear movement depends on the movement of the first gear, whatever its size. At the end, the pocket watch's feedback, behavior, is the time calculation. Once again, we cannot by any means nominate a group of paintings hanging on a wall of a gallery, components, as an artistic system. Yes, there may be an interrelationship between the paintings that represented a historical era, or an art school, or the reliability reflected by an artist, and his unique artistic signature that depends on one color gradation, or the final view of a group of paintings, as it depends on their arrangement on the wall. Paintings cut into truncated views, that only appear when they are grouped in a certain order. Despite that, this group of paintings appears as components, separate paintings, of a big scene, but they lack the interaction with each other, as in the case of the pocket watch. A painting cannot move to replace another, and so on. It is a great idea that you try to understand the systems around you, which are made to serve you and your comfort, to get to know their behavior in a clearer and deeper way.